And now, it's time to go in the garage with Bodie Stroud.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to In the Garage. I'm Bodie Stroud.
I'm Mitch McDonald.
And I'm Nikki.
Hey, guys.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
What's happening, Bodie?
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Yeah. Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys,
Busy.
you guys
all
take
sound
over.
very
I'm going back
happy
to work.
about
Oh, my God. We just got so much happening here all at once. I mean, it's literally hitting all at once. It's like everything you've worked for the last 8 years, all of a sudden, before you know it, it's like, oh, shoot, it's all here, and it's all happening. So, which is a good
that's
thing.
a good thing.
Well, it is,
Say.
but I need employees bad. Please help.
Yeah.
If you're listening, I need employees.
Tell them that website.
Which one?
So you can get some
There's
employees.
so many.
Helpmeplease.com.
Yeah, helpmeplease.com. Is that it, or what do we got going on?
Let's go to bodystroud.com.
Okay, yeah, go there and yeah, email me or call the office, 818-768-7600. It's that easy.
If you're into cars, if you're a good worker,
Let's
let's give them
please, just give me a good worker. That's all I want. I don't even want to say if you're into cars or not. Just give me a good worker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll be happy.
Someone who listens, someone who...
You know, it's just I don't know what's going on with California and people's work ethics. It is literally
Everybody's getting lazy. That's
oh
what's
my
happening.
God, it's unbelievable. If I would have done what most of these guys come in here and do when I was a kid, back in the day, they would, I mean, literally throw a wrench at your head. You know what I mean? Now I can't do that because, you know, I got to be, watch out, I'll get sued or something, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
I like the wrench upside the head because it really taught me what I needed to do, and I thought,
Did you
I'm
really
not going to do
get
that.
a wrench thrown at your head?
Oh, we came from old school. That was like, you were called, and I can't even say the names I was called.
Wow.
To learn. But, I mean, you know what? It worked.
Yeah.
Look what I do. Right?
Yep.
Today's kids, they're just like, oh, they're walking around with their hands in their pockets. They're looking at their phone. And it's really bad. It was like I saw somebody I knew just kind of knew him at a restaurant the other day. Hey, what's up? Oh, just on break. Oh, yeah, where are you working? Oh, I'm working right up here. And I knew the place he was working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of nice because the boss is gone, so I get to kind of, you know, goof off and do whatever. And I'm thinking, you idiot, you're talking to a business owner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that is the mentality.
Mm-hmm.
It's like as soon as the boss leaves, everyone kind of goes, ah, and it's like, why? Why? Why not do your job? I don't get it. So that drives me insane. So there we go. Just had to get that off my chest. He hears it every day.
He looks like he does.
It's just frustrating because, you know what? As an employer, let me give you my side. I hire you, okay? Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, you're not going to come in here knowing everything, even if you're a good welder, a good fabricator, a good car builder, you know, if you have the skills, you know, engine work, you aren't going to know our system and how it works, okay? Mm-hmm. So it seems like a lot of times right now, I'll hire somebody, we'll spend time training them, trying to show them what to do, and it's basically, by the time 6 months rolls around, you figure out, I just wasted 6 months on this person, and I paid them. So now they're taking it and they're leaving. I don't know if they absorb any of it, but they've left. I just wasted a ton of time and a ton of money. Mm-hmm. So that's what's happening right now in the workplace. So anyways, we got to take a break. We'll be right back, and I'll continue complaining. Welcome back to my therapy session. That's what today's show is. I have the couch, so you guys are going to listen.
With Bodie Stroud.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah, whether you like it or not, I'm complaining. No, I mean, it's seriously, I don't know what's going on with morals, work ethic these days. It seems like everything's backwards. Mm-hmm. And the guy that does the least amount of work, and I hate to say this, acts the dumbest, gets more, gets free stuff handed to him. Mm-hmm. What is going on? When does it come time where the guys like me, who's trying to create jobs for people, follow my dreams. When does everyone start saying, oh, making excuses for me? Because no one makes excuses for me.
Mm-mm.
But you can have some guy you hire that is a total, he comes in saying he knows everything, can do everything, and then he starts showing you that he doesn't, and he does completely opposite. But he's got all the rights.
Yeah.
He's not doing his job that I'm paying him to do, but he has all the rights.
Yeah.
I don't get that. You know what I mean? But I understand people they deserve their rights,
Mm-hmm.
but it's got to be even across the board. You know what I mean? If you're being sued, a judge's got to look at it and go, oh my God, are you serious? This is right in front of me. Let's throw this out. This is ridiculous. Get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to see that the business owner, like myself, my family suffered, my friendships have suffered. I got no life. I spend 24/7 at this place. And then you trying to make it work for everybody and give people jobs anyways, I gotta slow down. I'm getting just way crazy here.
No, it's
We're here
okay.
to talk
Go for
about
it.
cars and
Go
fun
for it.
stuff. This is supposed to be a fun show.
That
right,
actually
Mitchell?
reminds
Fun.
me. I watched
Everybody likes fun.
Yeah.
I watched American Sniper.
Oh.
And it kind of reminds me of that he joined the service.
Mm-hmm.
He went in there and he had this mindset that, he's going to fight for his country.
Sure.
And he just went off
It was his job.
Yeah, it's his job. There was a guy there who was next to him, his partner, who was like, you don't have to do that. He wanted to go in and help his guys. He's like, our guys are dying down there. Like, you're just going to sit here and do nothing? And he's like, yeah, it's not my job. I'm just going to sit here and wait around. And he's like, okay, well,
It's
I'm going to go down
90%
there
of California.
and I'll make sure that I never see you again. So bye.
Yeah.
So it kind of just reminds me of that because, this guy is known for being the deadliest sniper.
That's it.
And
he cares.
he's
He
noticed-
finds a drive.
Exactly. And he lived all through he had 4 tours and he lived all throughout those tours. And he did his job right. That's why he is the deadliest sniper. That's why he's honored. That's why he has a movie.
Yeah.
Because he was that all-American guy that you want. That person out there fighting for you and thinking, this is my job and I'm going to do it right for our country because our country deserves it. He comes back.
100%.
He comes back and he's like, why is nobody talking about it? There's people dying out there. This is happening. This is happening. And everybody's asking, I see on the news.
Kardashian's butt is bigger news than people dying. Seriously.
So
no, it's backwards. I'm telling you.
It kind of
the
reminds
world
me of
right
that.
now is backwards. It's backwards.
Mm-hmm.
All the stuff that the news should be talking about, they aren't talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They hide it.
They do.
They hide all the stuff that is truly happening in the world, and the stuff that doesn't mean anything. It's just a bunch of nonsense, and then stirring up controversy of some sort to make one group mad at another group and getting them to fight, and then that stirs up their media and they can talk about it. And no, it's very true, and that's the workforce. That 90%, I'd say, of the people that come through here, we hire.
I don't know how it turned into that.
Huh?
I don't know how it turned into that.
We let it. We're outnumbered. We're outnumbered by people that don't work and want to get free stuff and mooch off the system. I saw a post the other day, and it was somebody saying the government needs to step up and give these people homes, free housing. It's like, well, that's not the government. You're asking me. You're asking me to pay more taxes to give them a home. Why is it fair to me to be working 14, 15, 16 hours a day, 6 days a week, never see my family, to pay for that person?
Exactly.
And I hate to say this, the odds are they did it to themselves. They got into drugs, alcohol, they've abused themselves, they've figured out how to manipulate the system, and they put themselves into that situation. Not all, and I'm not saying all, you know what I mean? So you can't attack me on that. This is just what I know 90%, because I know people personally that are abusing the system that I've broken friendships with, and it's
that
like,
are on welfare that don't deserve it.
Exactly.
Just saying.
Yeah. And it's absolutely true. And you're like, okay, how is this fair to me? I'm here working, I don't see my family, I pay 48% in taxes. That's crazy. That's absurd.
Yeah.
You know?
Although I did have a good find that my taxes go to. I had a flat tire on the freeway, and I stood on the freeway, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm here. And out of nowhere, this Metro California Highway person comes in back of me, and he fixes my tire. He's like, where's your spare? I'll do it for you. And then he does it. And I'm like, okay, do I pay you anything? And he's like, no, your taxes pay for it. Just here's my card. Give us a good Yelp review.
What about our roads?
And I was like, yay, thank you so much. I'm saved. That's something that my taxes, something
There's a lot of stuff I'm on board for.
Because they save the day that day for me.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff I'm on board for. I'm not like totally negative here. But I mean, our school systems, what do they do with all that money? Never sees the kids.
I know.
Never makes it to the kids.
My next
they just
question.
raised our taxes our last election. That Prop 1 to raise the taxes for schools again. We gave them more money, never saw the students. Now they're hurting worse than they were.
Right.
They
all
did
the
that
teachers
bogus
are
iPad thing.
Pedophiles, and they have diseases or something in the schools. And
Oh, it's absurd. Our roads in California are terrible. I went and bought a truck in Idaho. And I'll tell you what, there was snow, the roads were frozen, everything, but they were the smoothest roads in the world.
Wow.
I was like, wow, this is what roads should be like.
No
and
potholes.
as soon as we got, I think it was Barstow on, it was just potholes, it was dodging big giant cracks in the road, and it was like, where does all that money go? I was at the DMV. Where does all that money go? Because that place was packed, and it's packed 24/7, okay? And the sales tax I had to pay for my truck from bringing it out of state was sickening. It was, where does that go? Right. Just that check alone, where did that check go? It went to some dude that's irresponsible and is spending it freely however he sees fit on some stupid train going from here to nowhere.
Right.
Okay, all right, let's stop. We're here to talk about cars. Mitchell's like, what the heck's going on here?
Enough with On the Couch with Bodie Stroud. Let's go in the
garage my
with
couch
Bodie
session's
Stroud.
over. Let's go into the garage. No, we got a lot of great things happening. It looks like we've just purchased our mandrel bender.
Ooh.
So we're going to start making our own chassis and bending all of our own square tubing and round tubing. So that's very exciting for me and Mitchell. We love that stuff. We've been welding up control arms, getting ready, making inventory. We cleaned up a back shop out back, so we're going to do all our metal fabricating out there and all of our suspension welding out there. So we've got a couple new welders. Yeah. You're listening to CRN Digital Talk. We'll be right back. Welcome back to In the Garage. If you're just joining us, sorry about, or you missed out on a lot of good stuff.
We were on the couch with Bodie Stroud.
Yeah, we were on the couch, but in the garage. But
we're back in the garage.
We are.
And tell them who we have on the line.
You tell them.
We have Greg Karp from Dakota Digital Inc.
Yeah, and if you don't know who they are, then you aren't a car guy, because Dakota Digital's, we use them all the time in a lot of our projects, most of our projects lately, it seems, right, Mitchell? About 90% of them. We've been using Dakota Digital. They manufacture analog and digital instrumentation, LED lighting, and various electrical accessories for custom cars, trucks, ATVs, and motorcycles. Greg, how are you, man?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Sorry, I don't know if you were listening to our first couple segments, but politics kind of took over. I apologize if if we were boring you to death. Yeah, I don't know. You might have liked the way it was going. I don't know. Knowing you, probably you'd like the way it was going. But anyways, so how are you, man? Where are you today?
Good. It's cold. I'm in Sioux Falls. It's 9 degrees and sunny.
Oh, sweet. Oh, so it's a hot day out.
It's warm. Yeah, we got a T-shirt.
We got a T-shirt. Yeah, this T-shirt weather. Oh my God! So tell us a little bit about what's going on over there at Dakota Digital. What do you guys got going on? Tell us new stuff. Tell the listeners a little bit about you if they don't know who you are, which I doubt that. But anyways, tell them.
I hope that's not the case. I hope that
no.
that we're
everyone knows who you are. Yes.
Well, we've been just like you said, doing gauge systems for hot rods, muscle cars, street trucks, motorcycles since the late '80s. And the newest, coolest stuff that we're doing is we call it the VHX series. It's the analog gauges. So you get your sweep-style needles, a little more classic look, but all the technology that people come to know and love from us.
Yeah. And we just put a set, 2 sets. We just got 2 sets from you for 57 Chevys.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, those are huge, and that's our bread and butter is a direct fit package for like 57 Chevy or, an old Chevy truck or whatever you've got. We like to give you a direct fit so you don't have to chop up the dash. You don't have to just put round gauges everywhere. We'll put everything in the stock cluster, in the stock opening whenever possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's a great fit. Like I said, we just did 2 57 Chevys with them in it. We just put a set in recently on a convertible 57 Chevy we're doing right now, and it is. It's a direct fit, and they look awesome.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah. What's yeah, there you go. So, what new things do you got coming up besides that? You got anything in the works? You got, everything's always changing. It seems like we've come so far in technology that to me, as a builder, it almost feels like, okay, we've reached that point to where we've figured out how to incorporate all this technology into these old things. You know what I mean? And it seems to be getting a little bit easier. What do you think?
Definitely, yeah. And you're exactly right. The LS conversions are just, it used to be a small segment. Like every once in a while we get a guy with an LS conversion, but now it's more than half of the kits that we sell are going to that. So lately we've been working on integrating better with ECMs and what have you. So we've got some interfaces you can plug into your diagnostic port and pull almost everything that we need from the computer and put it right to the cluster. So you don't have 2 sets of senders. You don't have to be splicing wires in for your speedo or your tack. We've just got one box that plugs in and asks the computer for that.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Yeah, that's. I know that gets Mitchell's juices flowing. I'm watching him over here. When you get a nice, happy expression on Mitchell's face, you know that you're talking about good stuff.
Okay, good.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Your setup's great. Like I said, we've been using it in most of our cars lately. You've really helped us out, and I want to thank you guys for helping as well on my father-in-law's project. My father-in-law just passed away. He was a war hero and everything else, and but you guys were able to help me out with a nice set of gauges for his '60 Impala before he passed away. So we got a chance to look at them. So I was really happy that what you guys did for me. That I really appreciate that. So, but anyways, hey Greg, we got to take a break real quick, and when we come back, we'll talk some more.
Welcome back to In the Garage with Bodie Stroud. We have Greg Carpy here from Dakota Digital Inc. Make sure you check them out at www.dakotadigital.com, and make sure you keep up with them on social media on Facebook /Dakota Digital, on Twitter, Dakota Digital, and even on Instagram, Dakota_digital, and on YouTube too. They have a lot of cool videos, Dakota Digital TV. Check them out.
Very cool. Yes. Hey, Greg, it says right here that you guys have a new research and development laboratory. I didn't know about that. Tell us a little bit about that. What's going on there? Sounds like really important.
It's very important. We originally built the building we're in 2003, and then by 2008, we decided we should double the size. And in the process of adding on, we thought, well, let's make a spot for the engineers to kind of play, like give them a space so we can run a car in here and do some testing on it. We've got a in-ground chassis dyno, because when it's 9 degrees, you can't go out and just drive a car around and have meters hanging all over it, and certainly can't do it with a motorcycle. So we've got a chassis dyno for that. We've got a lift, we've got a rapid prototype machine, kind of everything the engineers need to be able to just draw it upstairs, go downstairs, and see if it works. Basically develop stuff right in-house.
Wow, that's I'm jealous. I just caught myself drooling. I'm gonna wipe off the drool here. That's I want something like that. I want a testing, development laboratory, don't you, Mitchell?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you guys are doing awesome over there. I mean, and you really are. You know, I've been in the business for 8 years, and it's I've always said it's cool to see when people start at about the same time, or you're in the industry and you start hearing, you know, certain names. And when I first started in the industry, I started just barely hearing about Dakota Digital. And to see how far you guys have come is truly awesome, you know. Explain the difference. We were talking. Yeah, we were talking at break, and Nikki wants to know the difference between analog and digital
instrumentation.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you explain that?
This is something I deal with this every day because traditionally you had electronic and mechanical gauges, and that talks about how they're connected. It's like a mechanical connection to the engine. Or electronic, you've got a sensor, and then it just transfers information by just wires. What I've seen, that gets mixed up with analog and digital. When we say we have digital gauges, we have analog gauges, digital means it's all numeric. You've just got basically a black screen, and then you've got blue numbers that'll light up from behind. Okay. Kind of like an old digital wristwatch. When we say we have analog gauges, there's a printed range of numbers on the face, and you have a physical needle that points at it.
Yeah.
So they do get a little blurred because our analog gauges are digitally controlled, but we're just talking about what does it look like, analog, digital.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Great description.
Like a watch.
And it actually, you just almost described it exactly how I described it.
Yeah.
Too. I even said a watch.
Okay.
So that's great. We're on the same page at least. Well, very cool. Also, it says here for the fifth year in a row, the Street Rodder Magazine Road Tour build will feature Dakota Digital VHX series. That's cool. What's the build? Can you
really
talk about that?
To get on board in that. Pardon?
I say, can you talk about what the build is?
Yeah, they're doing the Road Tour, Street Rodder Magazine. They build a car every year, and then they just drive it across the country because, why wouldn't you? And
of course.
They use kind of their favorite vendors and, the best parts that they've got around, that are around in the industry. So we've been lucky enough to be asked to be a part of this. Like you said, this is the 5th year. They're doing a 61 Ford Starliner. So they did a 59 Impala just for this past year, and then they're going to go over to the Ford side. So we're going to be it'll be a custom because we don't cover that one yet, but we've got our R&D lab and our engineers that can just put that together. So, it's really, really neat to be a part of that.
Wow.
Yeah, 61 Sunliner. Excuse me. It's going to be a convertible.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm a big fan of the Sunliner and the Starliner. We did that that 1960 with the Ford GT motor in it, and we actually used all the factory GT gauges as well. So that was fun trying to.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, to make that all happen, I think we actually didn't we use Dakota Digital with some of their boxes, the control modules to transfer signal from the tranny to the Speedo. So yeah, you guys helped us out there as well. So that was. What do you do? Do you do? Say somebody wants something really custom. Say they want to take like a 2015 GT 500 gauge, and they want to incorporate it into a 69 Mustang or something. And do you guys help do that? Was that a project you would take on board and say, oh, okay, well, yeah, this is something custom. We do like to do custom stuff, and we'd like to help you with that. Is that something you guys, is that possible?
To an extent. The general rule is that we can put like a new drivetrain in an old vehicle, but putting like that new gauge in the older car, that gets a little messy because it really, especially on something like that new or pretty much anything in the 2000s and up, the gauges run on a data bus or like a CAN bus line. So the gauge is really only made to talk directly to the ECM, and we can't necessarily replicate that.
What if you could make like an analog type gauge to look exactly like that? Is that possible?
That we're just getting into that. We've been doing the VHX lineup. for about 5 years. We're just getting into send me your 61 Sunliner cluster, and we'll build modern stuff into that. And then we can make it work with, say, your Coyote motor or your 289 or whatever you want. So we can tell our gauges just about anything. I mean, a 2014 Silverado cluster, anything is that gets a little messier.
Yeah, and I mean, I know that's why I'm asking, because we get asked that stuff all the time to do crazy stuff like that. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't alone.
Sure.
I don't want to feel alone out here getting asked to do all this custom stuff, because I know how the custom stuff is too. It's easier if you can do, sell something that's a true fit. It's easy fit. It bolts right in. That's where you make the money, and you can do it repetitively. The custom stuff, I don't think the people understand out there that custom is custom because it's never been done, and it takes a lot of work and a lot of head scratching. But hey, Greg, we got to take a break. Hold on, we'll be right back. You're listening to CRN Digital Talk Radio. Welcome back to In the Garage. Joining us today, Greg Carpy from Dakota Digital, talking about all his exciting things and what they got going on. Check them out at dakotadigital.com. That's DAKOTADIGITAL.com.
I was waiting for you to spell it.
I like spelling it. It kind of freshens me up. It's my school. Every Wednesday I have school on my grammar and my reading.
Let's check your spelling today.
Oh, shoot. But anyways, what were we talking about?
So welcome back,
we were
everyone.
talking about custom stuff. And when you get to ask to do this custom stuff, and the reason I was asking you as well, Greg, was we've gotten asked by some pretty high-profile customers lately to do crazy stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, can we put? They love their brand new Aston Martin, and they love the gauges and they love the interior. Can we put that in a car? So it's like, oh my God. Yeah, that's exactly what I say. Sure. Sure. And I realize, what did I just do? What did I just say? You know what I mean? And but like I said, I've found that it's kind of getting easier to create kind of this custom stuff. I know a few different avenues now. I know you guys, and I know you guys would work with me and on some other stuff. But I also know at the same time, and understand why you guys would want to stay away from it. And for the listeners, it's just very difficult. It's a lot of work, and you got to understand something. When you start the head scratching and you start physically building something from nothing, there's a lot of hours. There's a lot of man hours, and you got to pay those people to put those hours in. You know what I mean? And you got to pay just basically to fire up the equipment and fire up the CNC machines, and and enter this stuff and draw it out and actually put it into the system to where you start. You got to build fixtures and you got to start making the product. It's a lot of work, right? Yeah,
when we do tours, people will come into our shop here and we'll show them around, and they all kind of go, I had no idea it was this big. I didn't, you make gauges. They're just little. I didn't know you'd be in this big of a building with this much stuff.
Yeah.
Just try to do it all in-house.
Well, that's how you make the money, too. If you can keep it all in-house, then that's how you do it. So, and then it's even better because you guys are American-made, and I'm all for American-made companies.
Yeah, whenever we can. It's always kind of been our philosophy of, well, if we can figure it out how to do it here, let's do it here. We'll buy the machine, and eventually we'll figure out how to work the machine, and now we're doing it here.
Exactly.
We don't have this guy's lead
and
time.
What's funny?
Shipping and
what's funny is we were just talking politics for the hour, and that kind of leads me to it. Like you just said, now we buy the machine, and we got to figure out how it works. When we used to be the guys that actually figured out how to build the machine and make it work.
Exactly,
and so it's kind of backwards. We were talking about everything being backwards. You know what I mean?
Analog and digital?
Yeah, I guess. Was that a question? Oh, shoot. But anyways, it's you guys sell a great product. We're coming up to the end of the hour, Greg, so I'm going to let you go. I know you're busy as can be. I want to thank you for joining the show today.
Greg.
Yeah, thank you for everything you've done for us as well and continue to do. And like I said, everybody check them out, dakotadigital.com, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Excellent. Thank you. It was a pleasure.
All right. Talk to you soon, Greg. So anyways, that's that. We're coming to the end of the show already. God, that goes fast. Doesn't it go fast?
It really does.
Oh, my gosh. But
Greg Carpy from Dakota Digital Inc. Check him out, www.dakotadigital.com. Check him out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, Dakota Digital.
Yeah.
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 There's a lot of yeahs going on in this show today. What's going on with that? No, if you, like he said, if you want something that's a perfect fit, I mean, their analog series, I was totally happy. Mitchell was the one that told me that they started doing the analog, and because I didn't realize it, that they were doing that, and that made us completely happy, because not the digital's for certain people, and then you got analog for other people, and we've done the digital. We've done the digital in a 55 Chevy, a bunch of cars. So
what do people prefer more?
That's tough. I mean, it's just
like
on
what's
their
easier?
Preference. They're about the same.
They're about the same.
Yeah, about the same to install. There's no real difference to in installing them, but it's just on what look you want. And I'm glad they did it because a lot of people still like the needle. They like the old style needle. You know what I mean? So I would probably think the needle outweighs digital.
Yeah, and this is the best of both worlds. I mean, they've made it look a lot more modern with all the LEDs. It still has a LED screen for the odometer, and it'll even tell you a bunch of other stuff. So they've given the old analog gauge a modern touch, and they all look really awesome.
Nice.
You could have heard a pin drop right there. Mitchell said something. Yes!
Right?
I told you. That's
know.
why I told Greg. I said, man, I can see the look. Mitchell's juices are flowing. When
They're
you start
flowing.
talking gauges and wiring, ho, 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 man, Mitchell gets excited. He really gets excited.
Talking Mitchell, not
he
hashtag
just started
silent
talking. We
Mitchell.
didn't even have to say anything to him or look at him
Right?
funny. He
We're
just
so
started
proud
talking.
of you.
Yes!
Yay!
Yes! This is awesome. You're listening to CRN Digital Talk. I'm Silent Mitchell. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the garage. That was a great break. A lot of laughing going on here.
Yeah, I think you made Nikki blush.
Yeah. She did. Look at her. Oh, shoot.
Oh
Sorry.
my god. If
I was telling some good jokes, that's all.
If you want to watch live, go to tikilive.com or go to crn.com, crntalk.com, and check out all our facial expressions, all our jokes. You catch a lot of
They
good
couldn't
things
hear
when you
any of
watch
that,
live.
right?
So
They
go to
can't-
tikilive.com and
I hope they can't read lips.
oh my
Jeez,
god.
Oh my gosh.
Great
Okay.
break. So anyways, I wanted to get into this with you guys. I don't know if you guys watched or not, but I mean, you guys have to be into football, right? No?
Neither of us
No?
watched.
I was going to ask, did you watch the Super Bowl?
Nope. I was working.
Well, there you go.
Sorry.
Well, you
Did
know
you?
who won. You know who won, right?
Seahawks.
No.
I knew that they were playing though. Look at that.
The Patriots won.
Okay.
The cheaters.
The
Yes,
cheaters.
the cheaters.
And I know they're the cheaters because it's more important
In
than
every
soldiers
aspect.
dying.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's all over the news that this guy's cheating and he's
Mm-hmm.
deflating his balls.
in every way. I don't like Tom Brady. I don't, because of what he did to his pregnant wife, going
I
with
didn't
Giselle.
know. What happened?
I guess they separated, but she was pregnant, and he got with this Victoria's Secret model, Giselle,
Oh.
which they're a cute, adorable couple. Also, I don't like Tom Brady because he's a cheater.
Oh.
Why he's a cheater for me, my team is the Raiders, Oakland
Oh,
Raiders,
okay.
and in 2002, they played him against in the Super Bowl, and he cheated. And
He cheated again.
He cheated. It's the tuck rule now.
Cheater, pumpkin
I think because of
eater.
him. And we
Wow.
lost that Super Bowl
Okay.
because of him. So it was Seahawks all the way. We almost had it. There was a lot of things going on that we should have, like luck, just luck. The ball happened to fly in our hands, and I thought we were going to win. And we didn't. Seahawks did not win because Pete
Well,
Carroll
there you go.
made a stupid call
See how
towards
upset
the
you are
end.
over the whole thing?
towards the
That's
end.
why I don't watch it.
And
I don't need to get upset. I got plenty
Patriots
to be upset over here. I got so much stuff to be upset. That's why I was here working.
well, that's an update for you guys. That's what happened. in the
Thank
Super Bowl.
you. Thank you very much, because I was so interested.
I think Katy Perry sucked,
Really?
but Missy Elliott was amazing. She's definitely gonna make a comeback. I hope she does.
I heard everybody loved Katy Perry. That's
I didn't
funny.
like her.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see it, so I don't know.
I
I
don't-
can't. I care less either way.
Hmm.
Yeah. Sorry. Now you're speechless. You don't even know where to go with that.
I don't, but I just wanted to give you a Super Bowl update because
Well,
I
thank
thought
you.
you guys were watching.
Nope, I didn't watch.
Cars,
I
not
had. You know what? It
football.
sucks because you got all your friends asking you to go over, and I had too many friends asking to go over, so I just kind of froze. I don't want to make anybody upset, so I'm just going to go to work.
I'm working.
I'm working.
Yeah.
I had to work,
Right?
so.
Yeah.
But
What
I did.
about-
I had to get a lot of stuff done, so
That's
you know.
good. What about Valentine's Day? It's next week. Got anything planned, the both of you?
Oh my God, do I ever? You should
are you
see
working
the
again?
workload I got going on back there. You're just striking out, aren't you? I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I'm trying to talk about
You're
Super
talking
Bowl,
to two dudes
Valentine's
that don't
Day.
know nothing
Just
but
work,
what goes
work,
on under
work.
this roof. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry.
Well, that's
I'll
good.
probably do something nice. I don't know. I might. I don't know. Order pizza with her favorite toppings
Yeah.
How romantic.
and a 2-liter Dr. Pepper case of beer. I don't know.
Pick
Sounds
up a
good to
chocolate
me.
bar at the liquor store.
Yeah, pick up a Hershey's bar on the way home.
Hershey's flowers.
Oh,
Guys.
well, maybe there'll be somebody on the corner selling flowers. Anyways, we got to go. Thank you for joining us today. Check us out, BodieStroud.com. As always, Steel Rubber Products, SteelRubber.com. Check them out, and we will see you next week. Thank you.
See you next week, because you're always welcome in the garage with Bodie Stroud. Presented by Steel Rubber Products. www.steelrubber.com on CRN Digital Talk Radio. www.crntalk.com.